Morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Hannah. Thank you very much for having me today.
Pleasure. How are you doing?
Yes, all good, thanks. All good. The sun is shining and busy sending out lots of parcels today, so it's all good here.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I think you know already it's not sunny here, so I'm a bit envious where you are, but it's nice to see you all the same. And thank you so much for doing 15 minutes with me. So as some of you will know, we do these to get to know our partners of the Office Management Portal much better, so you can find out more about their offering and what they do to support office managers, along with some tips in terms of the area that they're an expert in. So stay tuned. It's about 15 minutes long, and we're going to get to know much more about Lisa. So Lisa, to start off with, tell me more about Lisa's Sweet Treats. How did it start, and yeah, how do you support businesses?
So the reason it started, I was looking for something fun and different to do as a corporate gift. So I was working for a public sector company, and there was a lot of regulations around sending alcohol and things like that into offices. You don't want people carrying around lots of booze unnecessarily in the office. So this was something that I sort of came about of, like, doing gifts that you can take home to the family and take home and share with your friends and with kids as well, and then do something that was really bespoke. So I think gifts should be really clear who it's from. If you're spending money on something, it should absolutely be clear of who it's from and no confusion over that. So I left work 3 years ago. I just decided now's the time. If I want to pursue a passion, there's never a good time to start a business. So let's take the plunge and see if I can make it work. So I did a sweet cart for my wedding, and I was like, do you know what? Everyone loves sweets. And I love the fierce debate around, no, actually, Cola Bottles is the best sweet. And like, no, I'm all about the Haribo rings. I love those kind of conversations with people. So I thought, right, let's combine the two passions of pick a mix and doing fun corporate gifts. And that's how the business started. So it was 3 years ago in September, which is fab, really.
Yeah, and what an achievement, especially, you know, during the pandemic and everything. What an achievement to have to get to your third year, because business is really tough. So huge congratulations for making it. And I know you've got, and we can just about see you've got a lovely team behind you as well.
Yes.
So yes, that's fantastic. So do you remember how we met?
Yeah, so I was browsing Instagram one Friday afternoon, and I saw a lot of stuff on my LinkedIn and on my Instagram feed about the Office Management Group, who just had an amazing awards night celebrating office managers. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because for what I do, I support office managers. It's my key clientele, and I thought, wow, okay, I need to find out a little bit more about this. I remember we had a chat on the phone, and you told me your favorite sweet was fizzy cherry Cola Bottles, and I was like, okay, this is a good start to things.
Yeah, I remember that. I was sitting on my sofa. It was like in the summer, wasn't it? Because yeah, we just had the awards in July. So yeah.
And yeah, I just thought, oh my gosh, this is great, seeing so much hype and so much excitement. I just saw it everywhere on my LinkedIn and Instagram, which was brilliant.
Yeah, fab. Yeah, no, I can't wait. And the awards are coming up soon. So yes, it is brilliant, and it is, you know, it's a great way for office managers to get together, and for suppliers like yourselves to get out in front of office managers who may not know that a business such as yours exists, where, like you say, it can be that bespoke and so on. So sticking with the topic of office managers, how do you work with them to support them in their roles and everything they have to do?
So one of my key things is making life easy, because nobody wants loads of complicated forms or loads of options. So it's making life easy for people to do fun gifting. So be it whether it's for team members, whether it's for staff in the office, or whether it's for customers, or a bit of both, and exhibition suites as well. So for me, the big thing is making life easy. No one wants loads of headache trying to organize these kind of things. So we have all of our production on the website, including all the pricing as well. Really, really transparent with everything like that as well. You don't want to be having loads of back and forth to try and find out this kind of information. And yeah, that's something that's worked really well for us. Everything's bespoke with branding as well, so there's no confusion about who it's from. But for me, the key thing is making busy people's lives a bit easier. So it's normally one of the things that's not essential in terms of keeping up with health and safety and keeping staff happy, but it is something that's really nice to offer. So for me, I just try and make it really as simple as possible, to give a nice little touch for people. It's, you know, rather than having, you know, say generic, you know, biscuits that you can get anywhere, it's just having that nice little touch for people, especially lots of welcome back treats to the office. Or incentives for people coming back in as well. That's worked really well for us by having little goodies to give away to people, which is great.
And so yeah, talking about the goodies, so what sort of things do you do? Tell us more about the products themselves and what have you got coming up?
Yeah, no worries. So we do anything from small little sweet bags for exhibitions, for conferences, and they're ideal treats for on people's desks. And then I've also got a range of samples, as always, have sweets handy. So we've got some lovely Jubilee sweets here,
Yeah.
which we've been working with businesses for these, and these are going out on people's desks. And these are about £11 for these jars, bespoke with branding as well. We've had lots of inquiries at the moment for Pride next month. So we've been working with a few offices as well to provide Pride sweets for all their staff, which is fabulous. We do everything from pouches to small bags. All the bags now going forward are going to be compostable, which is great. So there's a huge shift away from plastic. It's absolutely something we're on board with, using compostable cellophane and also like biodegradable sweet pouches, which is great. They work really well and resealable. But definitely Jubilee coming up as well, and also we've got these jars which are great, and they've all got individual tuck shop sweets, so it's they're really good for COVID as well, with people not wanting necessarily to share sweets, so they've got all these options inside here as well, which is great.
Amazing. So we were talking about in the office management course last week about culture and sort of tidbits that people can do as an office manager. And one of the things I suggest in the course is putting sweets on the reception desk, because people come up, you know, visitors, but also staff, and take sweets each day. Do you do things like that? Like, would you just give bulk sweets to businesses on an order like that as well?
Yeah, one of my big things when I started the business was I don't want smaller businesses to be excluded. So an office manager spoke to me and said, "Oh, well, I don't think we'd be able to work together because I've only got 6 staff." And I'm like, "No, absolutely, everyone should feel included. You shouldn't have to have hundreds or thousands of staff to be able to have that inclusion." Some companies, as you said, we do think bespoke. So if somebody said, "Oh, you don't offer this, but could you?" Absolutely. And some companies offer this and they do all the money to charity as well. So they might buy the bags from us and then any profits then go to the charity, the chosen charity of the office, which is great as a nice little incentive as well.
Love it.
I think it's a really nice standout. If you've got people coming in for meetings, whether it's clients, suppliers, nice little goodies for people to take away at a inexpensive cost, which is great.
Yeah, everyone loves a sweet.
Absolutely.
Biodegradable packaging, which is just brilliant. So yeah, that's fabulous. So you're in the realm of gifting and corporate gifting, and I know you do it personally as well. So if, you know, I wanted something for someone's birthday, I could come to you for that as well. But sticking with office managers and office management, what tips can you give for anybody looking at doing gifting? You know, you talked earlier about the challenges you had, which inspired you to create this business, in terms of the licensing around alcohol and packaging, and, you know, the changes, I guess, with the EU and all sorts of things like that. So what would be your tips on anybody looking at doing gifting to make sure that they're getting it right?
I think for me the big thing is dietary needs. So lots of people are vegetarian, gluten-free, vegan, and it's making sure that everyone does feel included. So there's some quite good ways that you can get around this, in terms of you can just send vegan hampers, or so all the sweets inside are vegan, or some of our clients have done half vegan, half gluten-free. So this should include everybody. We also do sugar-free options. So what we try and do is, if a client will order a hamper of 40 bags, making sure there's a mix in there, which is perfect, because a lot of people will see sweets and go, "Oh, well, I'm gluten free, so I don't know if I can have that." Also, all of the bags have an ingredients label on the back. Brilliant. So people can check. There's no confusion of going, "Oh, well, is it exactly these types of cola bottles?" We take care of that for you in terms of the dietary needs. There was a big law change in October last year of Natasha's law. So making sure that anything you're giving away needs to have the full ingredients. It's not enough now to say may contain gluten. The full breakdowns on there. That's, for me, that's the main thing in terms of gifting, to make sure no one's excluded. The other things I say is make it unique, make it personalized, rather than you might just want to have your logo on it, but actually it might be a case of, like you talked about your course last week, "Thank you for coming on the course with us this week." You can really tailor niche to that event and to that client or to that occasion, whether it's International Women's Day. I'd say getting it bespoke for each occasion is a really, really nice touch for people to really feel included.
Yeah, love that. Really good. And obviously, I can see you're passionate about what you do and you really enjoy it. You know, I follow you on Instagram and I love the reels that I think it's Alice that mainly produces them. So credit to Alice there. But you know, the yeah, as I say, the passion is there. So tell us what you enjoy most about your job and why.
I think for me, it's making people's lives easier and knowing that other people are really enjoying it. So often for me, you know, it might not be the person that I speak to, might not be the person who's getting the surprise at the end of it, which is really, really nice. And then it's for me, it's then getting tags on Instagram, posts on LinkedIn, and it's my client getting the tags. And I'm like, oh, these came from us originally a few days ago, which I love that. I love seeing that it's a really good standout way. So I work with, for example, a recruitment company. And every time a candidate starts that they've placed in a job, they get a sweet pack sent out from us. And I love that because they've arrived on their first day at work, really nervous. They don't know anybody and they've already got a bit of post, which is sweet. And I love seeing those kind of shares on social media. For me, that is really key. And seeing my clients have that satisfaction from their staff as well, by knowing that they come into work expecting a normal day and then they find sweets on the desk. People love it, and I love that. The camaraderie around sweets, I feel, is a very, very sensitive topic of going, but it's definitely Jazzies that are the best sweets. I love having these conversations with people, and that is really good to see that.
If you're watching this back on YouTube, put comments in to tell us what your favourite sweets are. It'd be lovely to find out. As Lisa said quite rightly, mine are fizzy cola bottles, either the cherry or the normal flavour. I think probably just about cherry, to be honest, if I had a choice. So yeah, so is there anything else you want to tell us about, or any other tips, advice that you've got for people just in general looking at gifting or choosing sweets?
I think for me the key thing is the flexibility. That's something that we're really pleased to do, to say in terms of, right, this is what we offer, try and make it really easy, like all the pricing being available. But actually, if there's something that you think, that's not quite right, I'd say just get in touch. I'd say that for us, that's a really key thing, is actually tailoring everything bespoke. But my key advice for gifting is making it personal. You know, you're spending money on an occasion, and really just making sure that it is personal to the recipients. So be it as a welcome back to the office, that's definitely a key thing that we've been doing recently, and I've loved doing those kind of things, so that people, you know, really get that buzz when they get the gift and know exactly the occasion. I think making it personal is a key thing, and catering to all different diets as well. So making sure that everyone's feeling included with different dietary needs.
Love it. Super. Well, thank you so much. I can't recommend following them on Instagram more and checking out Lisa's website. So it's Lisa's Sweet Treats on Instagram, isn't it? And your website will tag on the YouTube link anyway. But thank you so much for doing 15 minutes with me. It's been a pleasure to catch up and find out a little bit more about Lisa's Sweet Treats and you as well.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Hannah. Thanks for having me. I will pass on the social media praise to Alice, who feels famous whenever I take Alice to an event. She's like, oh, I've seen you on TikTok. So so feel free to come and laugh at our expense on Instagram.
Or TikTok, which I'm not
on TikTok.
I'm too old. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Hannah.